A brand new series has formed through the eyes of IndyCar. Through the IndyCars, we get the CSKLNXT series. It is here. We say hello and welcome to Texas Motor Speedway. A sold-out crowd is coming up later this afternoon. The stock cars will take action in qualifying, and then tonight they will be going to under the lights 200 laps from Texas. This series consists of drivers that got taken out of the CSKL by their teams or drivers looking to make it in to the CSKL. Let's meet this afternoon's starters. Starting on the pole, driving in the 11. It is going to be Carter Stockton. Starting in second, driving the 14. It's Bryce Weaver. Starting in third, driving the 4. It's Connor Cruz. Starting in fourth, driving in the 18. It's Carson Cole. Starting in fifth, driving in the 8 tonight, it's Heidi Miner. Starting in sixth, driving in the 10, it's Maddox Dilley. Starting in seventh, driving in the 24, it's Landon Drennan. Starting in eighth, driving in the 3, it's Paige Soper. Starting in ninth, driving the 25, it's Riley Barton. And starting in 10th, driving in the 20, it's Nolan Farley. Starting in 11th, driving in the 77, it's Tayshawn Callahan. Starting in 12th, driving in the number 7, it's Drew White. Starting in 13th, driving in the 63, it's Dane Rogers. Starting in 14th, driving in the 26, it's Brady Wachtel. Starting in 15th, driving in the 83, it's Isaac Stead. Starting in 16th, driving the 12, he's back in Team Penske, but this time in this series, it's Jackson Hartman. Starting in 17th, driving the 6, it's Ben Wiederholt. Starting in 18th, driving the 61, it's Owen Fischel. Starting in 19th, driving in the 22, it's Ryan Calloway. Starting in 20th, driving in the 21, Bo Dilley. Starting in 21st, driving the 5, it's Levi Dittman. Starting in 22nd, driving in the 88, it's Drew Picard. Starting in 23rd, driving in the 98, it's Chase Klein. Starting in 24th, driving in the 26, that's going to be Brady Wachtel. Ty White. As looks like that this is the 27, and that is Brady Wachtel right there in 14th. Starting in 25th, driving in the 9, it's Lexi Smith. Starting in 26th, driving in the 35. This season, it's an all-star car, but tonight, this afternoon, it's the one, the only Matthew Campton. Starting in 27th, driving in the 28, it's Case Bridge. Starting in 28th, driving in the 19, it's Aiden Bertassini. Starting 29th, driving in the 16, it's Nathan Rockhill. Starting in 30th, driving in the 15, Cheney Chef. And starting last, driving in the 29, let's see here, it's Ian Grismore. That is your starting lineup here from Texas. Let's go Green Flag Racing. The CSKLNXT series making their debut, and we are underway. We are underway in Texas. 3 and 4 wide racing, back in the pack. Ray Racing, high speed racing, the 88 is on the apron. 4 to 5 wide, cars on the apron. Here comes the 24, not the 88. 24 slow now. Shocked that we haven't. And no wrecks on the front straightaway. Oh, we do have a wreck. Actually, that's because cars are just speeding down pit road. Well, just 26 cars left. And it's Carter Stockton who leads over Bryce Weaver. Stockton, Weaver, Cruz, and Maddox Dillon. 1, 2, 3. We will see great racing here this season. And these are the cars that will be racing every race at the CSKLNXT races. 25 cars remain. Here comes the 11. He continues to lead. It's Carter Stockton. Stockton continues to lead. What will Weaver do as the 29 is now coming back on track? That is Grismore. Ian Grismore, he's a lap car. Grismore goes high, Stockton goes low. Weaver now, look at Cruz. Connor Cruz looking for a spot on Weaver. He gets it. Connor Cruz up to second. Connor Cruz up to second. Here is a 14 there as well. Dilly. There's a 3. Paige Soper. Well, how about Nolan Farley up to 6th? Is that the 18? I think it is. Yeah, that's the 18 of Carson Cole. And then great battling throughout the field. Connor Cruz to the lead here in Texas. Connor Cruz looking for career win number 1. We are on lap 6 of 100. Cruz will lap the number 29. And Cruz is pulling away from the field. The 11 now down low, looking to pass the 29, and he will. We have a pass back here for 5th. Battle for 5th on the track. It's Farley. It's Carson Cole. Carson Cole and Nolan Farley, both former CSKL winners. They both have experience here. Great racing here on lap number 8. Bo Dilly back on track, still side by side. Farley and Cole side by side through turn 3. And the 77 is closing, and that's Tayshawn Callahan. Callahan now closing the gap on the 20. Now the 20 is going to get around the 18. Cole, Farley still side by side. Running back in 25th, that's Bo Dilly. There's a 29. That's Ian Grismore. Wiederholt is not doing good right now. Neither is the 28. Looks like that there's a crash on turn 2. Campton is involved. The 15 is involved. A lot of cars involved in that one. Lap 10 crash. There's Matthew Campton. 21 cars left in the race. Chaos strikes on lap 11. He can't get down to pit road. The 27 is there. Brady Wachtel is stuck on the wall as well. The 29 finally back going. And there's a 35. Matthew Campton. There are 21 cars left. And he is sending it down pit road. Nope, he's going to be out of the race. Matthew Campton is out of the race. 19 cars left. While that's happening, we have back up front. It's Carter Stockton. Stockton is back up front in the 11. But for how long? Not for long, the 11 loses spots. And around goes the 29 again. The 29 saves it, kinda in front of the field. Here comes Callahan. How about the 7 there as well? Drew White in 6th. Right now, we have a new leader. It's Bryce Weaver on lap 14. Stalks into 2nd. There's Cruz and others. Slow cars all over the racetrack. The 25, the 29 only has one wheel. Oh my gosh, that's Ian Grismore. I can't tell if that's a 29 or 25. Let's see. That's a 25. Riley Barton only has one wheel remaining on the track. Chaos here from Texas. Only 19 cars remain. And now it's a 10-second advantage for your leader. Bryce Weaver has the lead on lap 16. But we will see pit stops, so that's going to be interesting to see how that goes. There's a 19 still on the racetrack. Lap 17 is on the board. Pit stops will be interesting. The 28 just a bit slow, exiting 4. The 25 trying to drive down track, but he can't. He is trying to right there, and that's Riley Barton, but he's not able to. The 10 is right there, right in front of the 14. As the 11... No, that's the 21 right in front of the 14. Was in front of the 14, but now the 11, the 10, and the 7... Now the 88 of Drew Picard also closing back in. Picard is there in 5th. 6th is Isaac Stead. Klein is in 7th. In 8th is Case Bridge. 9th is Nolan Farley. And 10th is Ty White. Great top 10 here from Texas. Oh, remember, 19 cars remain in this race. 31 cars started it out. And Bryce Weaver has an 8-second lead here in Texas. Bryce Weaver continues to lead. We have 80 laps to go at the Texas Motor Speedway. Not that many fans here right now, but there will be more fans tonight. It's a sold-out crowd here tonight, and we should see more of them coming in later. The next race for the CSKLNXT series will be at the Daytona Oval. The Daytona Oval is the next race for the CSKLNXT series. As on the normal schedule for the here, barely any races this year for the CSKLNXT. Only about 8 races for the CSKLNXT series. The Daytona Oval is the next one for the CSKLNXT. Then they are going to Long Beach. In these cars, the oval cars are going to be racing at Long Beach. They will not race at Kern County because too little. They will, however, race at Indianapolis. Man, oh man, it's going to be a doubleheader though at Indy. Sunday afternoon racing in the Indy cars, Sunday night racing in the CSKL cars, in the stock cars. And And then these CSKLNXT series won't race again until Laguna Seca, the Daytona Road Course, which they will only run about 1 hour, which they will only run 1 hour at. As for the CSKL cars, they will run 4 hours at a track, and then they will race at Road America. Barely any races, though, for the CSKLNXT, as the 11 is kind of closing the gap. Drew White is there as well. It's kind of a boring race. Barely any passing, but a lot of crashes as well. We know pit stops will be a thing here this afternoon, and of course we will see more chaos tonight. If you love chaos, stay tuned. Later tonight, the CSKL returns. Season 37 will be starting here tonight. I personally can't wait for Season 37. We have some driver changes entering Season 37. Nolan Vernango, last year's champion, driving the 12. We see Michaela Winstead in the 24. Jordan Lomax is driving the 27, and Luke Clark is driving the 41. Yes, that's right, Luke Clark is coming back. Clark, not suspended anymore. We have Maddox Dilley now on pit road. Still great racing, though, here from Texas. Stockton 5 seconds back. There's a 7 of Drew White. How about Drew White in his first career race in any series? Drew White is there. Here is Bryce Weaver, though. Leads on lap 30. On to lap 31. We have 70 laps to go. Bryce Weaver leads. Drew White is pitting. The car moves up. Will move to third. And yeah, how about the 28 there as well? The 98 has to slow down to get to pit road. Oh, and there's a slow car on the wall. That's the 5. The 5, slow. There's a 10 getting back up to speed. The 5 was slow. And you see the 35 there as well. Only 18 cars remain. Barely any Penske cars remain now. Weaver is coming to pit road with 8 laps left on his fuel. The 83 is on pit road. The 88 is on pit road. The 11 is now exiting pit road. We will see multiple pit stops. The 28 is there. He still has to pit. The 11 is there. The 7 is now out of pit road. What is he going to do? Drew White is not going to pass Carter Stockton. Isaac Stead now coming out of pit road. It'll be interesting to see where he's going to wind up. Now Bryce Weaver is coming out of pit road. It might take him just a little bit to get him out of pit road, but it's going to be interesting to see where everybody shakes up after pit stops. The 11 is 7 seconds back. Pit stops really didn't do anything. Weaver now getting back up to speed, 5-second lead. Can the 11 catch your leader? 4-second lead. The 14 now continues to lead here from Texas. He's behind the 28. And the 11 is closing in now on the 14. How about Stead in third? White in fourth. Picard fifth. We have a battle for fifth. Here comes a 10. Dilly, Picard side by side. Maddox Dilly will take that spot. It's a 3-second lead now. 3-second lead for Bryce Weaver as Carter Stockton is closing back in. Some of these drivers are looking to make it to the crazy Sports Good League someday. These drivers have to race all year long. And we know for a fact that RMG Racing did say that they will take one of their drivers and race them part-time this year in the 51. One of their CSKLNXT drivers will race part-time in the 51, and pulling double duty today in the 51 will be Nolan Farley. Nolan Farley will drive the 51 here at Texas tonight, as he's driving the 20 right now, which means we will see Landon Drennan make a start. We will see Carter Stockton make a couple starts. We will see even Connor Cruz make a couple starts. Still a 3-second lead, but now it's a 2-second lead. About to be 60 laps to go. The gap is closing. The 11 right there. You see him in the background. The 11 is closing. That is Carter Stockton. The 35 is still stuck up on turn 4. Night racing under the lights tonight, and coming up right after this race, qualifying for the Crazy Sports Good League here from Texas Motor Speedway. Here we go once again down the back straightaway until lap number 43. The laps are winding down and the gap is closing and kind of growing now as the 11 is stuck behind the 7. Is stuck behind, I think, the 18. Yeah, that's Carson Cole. But that gap is closing. The 18 to the 14 is closing, and that is helping the 11 out quite a bit. Lap 43 is on the board, and the gap to second is now a 1-second advantage. Here comes Carter Stockton. Don't count Stockton out just yet. He could easily win this one. But right now it's Bryce Weaver who has the lead on lap 14. Weaver leads to lap 45. We're about 55 laps away from seeing that checkered flag. The gap is stabilizing at 1.4, and now it's closing back in. Looks like that the 11 and 18 are quicker on the turns than the 14. Here comes the 18 now. He has caught your leader. Carson Cole is there. If Cole gets around the 14, he will gain a lap back, and then the 11 will be there to pounce. It's less than a second now. Less than a second lead for Bryce Weaver. And now the 18 stuck in the wake of the 14. And it's going to be interesting to see if the 18 will get a slipstream on the 14. Now here on lap 48, here comes the 18. Now the gap is stabilizing from first to second. It's about a 1 second gap. You see the 18 trying to pounce on the 14, and the 18 is there. Paul closing the gap. Now here comes Stockton. Stockton said, "I've had enough." Stockton now trying to get around the lap car of Carson Cole to bring him closer now to your leader. Still a side-by-side battle, and the 11 is going to clear the 18 and is going to track down your leader here in the next few laps, but here comes the 18 back on the outside. Now the 18 is there. Remember, that is the lap car. The 18 almost wrecks the 11. The 11's gap to your leader is growing. The 14 is pulling away, and we are halfway through this race. Bryce Weaver leads on lap 51, but here comes Carter Stockton. Stockton showed speed in the 32 when he raced full-time in the CSKL. Stockton still racing for RMG Racing. This has to be awesome. Stockton now 4/10 back and is closing. That 11 has a very fast car. He has closed the gap. Question is, when will he pit? We know that the leaders will be. We know that there will be at least one more pit stop, at least 1 or 2 more pit stops for everybody in this race. Still a 4/10 of a second lead now for Bryce Weaver. How about the 83? Great feel for the 83. Looks like that he will be taking the lead. Looks like that the 3 is a slow car. Something must have happened to the 3 of Paige Soper. Soper is slow. She's driving the 3. And that is for Thunder Motorsports. But once again, back up front. Still a 4/10 of a second lead. About to be 45 laps remaining. We will see pit stops before the end of this race. Bryce Weaver trying to win here in the CSKLNXT series here from Texas. In a couple weeks, we are going to Daytona, and that should be a fun one. High speeds, high banking, and drafting. And then we will get to Long Beach. The road courses should be fun. But here we go. Still a 4/10 of a second lead. Yeah, the gap to second has stabilized for your leader. Not that many drivers remaining. 18 drivers left in the race. 31 cars started. You see the 14 and Bryce Weaver still leading, but he is on pit road. The 11 is on track. The 14 is coming out on track. The 83 is there. It might be close between the 14 and the 83. But the 83, the 11, the 11. The 11 is there. He's going to be close to the 14. Great pit cycle for the 11 of Carter Stockton. And of course the 83 of Isaac Sten. Stockton has closed right back in. He has more fuel in the tank than your leader. He can burn more fuel than the leader if he needs to, same as the 83. It's now just going to be a race to the finish of this one. Weaver has it, and he is right behind a lap car that could slow him down, and the 83 is closing as well. So a 4/10 of a second lead. The 4 is there, now coming out on pit road. Will the 11 have a chance to get the win? Riley Barton is pretty much out of the race, but he is still on the racetrack. Isaac Stead, will he be promoted after this season? He is racing for Thunder Motorsports in that 83 machine. If Abshar Khan does not have a good season, we might see him get demoted down to the 83, and that might actually happen mid-season. We will see that happen maybe mid-season. Maybe mid-season or something, depends on how good they race. The 11 is there. You see the 83 there. RMG Racing, Raymond Green also did announce that he will also have just a couple drivers from Thunder Motorsports racing the 51 as well. It's coming up next week. Next week we go to Circuit of the Americas. The CSKL will have Heidi Miner make her debut. She is driving in the number... What is it? She will be driving in the number 51. But remember, Nolan Farley will make his return to CSKL Racing tonight. And here comes the 83. $30 laps to go. The top three all running right together. Drew White is there in fourth. What will the 83 do? Can he pass the 11 to maybe get up front? But I don't see anybody beating the 14 unless something happens. Like a slow car up ahead, and the lap car is going side by side. Lap cars going side by side, and Texas could slow down the 14. Is what will happen here in the last 20 here now, less than 20 laps to go. The 4 now about to get underneath the 83. That's out for position. That's a lap car. That's going to slow down the 83 of Isaac Stead. But Bryce Weaver leads over Carter Stockton and Isaac Stead. Stead, though, however, keeps racing in front of the 4. As the 4 was not able to pass the 83. The 11 now trying to close back in. Lap car still in front of the 14. But not a good race to watch Rice Weaver putting on a clinic. Carter Stockton, he showed speed earlier. He showed speed early in practice and qualifying early this morning. And now here we go. Here comes the 11. The 14 is there, still leading 4.43 back. Now it's the 11, and the 11 trying to close in on the corners with a 14 straightaway speed. Is much faster than the 11. It does seem like that the 11 is getting closer to your leader, but it's not enough. Rice Weaver continues to lead. Here is Weaver. Rice Weaver. Carter, Stockton, Isaac Stead, top three. Can Isaac Stead somehow come back and win? You can see it. The leaders are not in fuel saving mode. They know that they have enough fuel to make it. It's just a matter of how they will make it. And it's also a matter on who has the best speed. It also matters on who has the best speed as well. Weaver right now has the best speed, but will we see more lap cars get in front of the 14 to slow him down? And about that 30, and about that 25 up on the top right there. And the 25 is not doing well. He's technically out of the race, but he's still in it right now. Drew White has closed the gap. He's now a second back, and now it's going underneath the lap car of Connor Cruz. Cruz loses a spot to Drew White. He loses a pass to Drew White, as now White will close the gap back on your leaders. That 7 car has some speed. What's going to happen now in less than 20 laps? The laps are winding down. Rice Weaver knows that the laps are winding down. It's going to be interesting. Lap 84 of 100, what's going to happen? We've seen multiple wrecks. We've seen a ton of chaos. I am going to have to go back to the lap 10 wreck to see what happened to all those drivers. But Bryce Weaver is putting on a clinic, and looks like that he is actually kind of pulling away from the 11 as well. Looks like that Weaver is just gonna maybe hang on to this win. It ain't over till it's over, but I feel like that he's just gonna hang on to it with 15 laps remaining at Texas. Rice Weaver, Carter Stockton, Isaac Stead, Drew White top 4, and running in 5th, it's Drew Picard. Maddox Dillion 6th. Case Bridge in 7th. Ty White 8th. Lexi Smith is in 9th. How about the 9? Lexi Smith and Carson Cole battling for 9th. Now Lexi Smith is in 9th. And in 10th, we have the 77 of Tayshawn Callahan. Lexi Smith is still in it. And now Lexi Smith doing a good job in the 9. The one thing that everybody couldn't wait to see is Matthew Campton making his first career Texas start later tonight here. Not here in the Indy cars, but in the stock cars. Racing in the 32 full-time this season. Man, oh man, not Carter Stockton, Matthew Campton will have a ton of fans on his side. Yeah, here we go. The 14 continuing to lead now. This time by, it's going to be 10 laps to go for Bryce Weaver. Bryce Weaver is about to take the lead. Weaver, 9 laps to go here from 9 laps to go here from Texas. Drew White now making a case on the 83. White is there to the inside. The 7 there. The 11 is pitting. The 11 pits. Eight laps to go, and the 11 just made a pit stop. The 14 is staying out this time. The 83 does not pit, but the 7 does. What is happening here right now? The 11 is on pit road, but it looks like he's leaving pit road now. Stead is in second, 6 laps to go. If the leader pits, what's going to happen? With 6 laps to go. Looks like the 83 is shooting it down pit road. The 14 is staying out with 5 laps to go. Pit stop chaos. And Case Bridge, he's going to send it down pit road. The 7 is there. And he's going to be passed by the 11. Ty White is there as well. 4 laps to go for Bryce Weaver. Things are picking up as we see some cars pitting. Cars pitting. Now the 14 is pitting this time. The 14 pits. The 11 stayed out on the racetrack. Where is he going to come out at? Lap 97 is on board. The 83 is there as well. The 11 and the 83 make contact. 43 leaving his pits. Here comes the 83. Isaac Stead there. Stead leaves his pit. 7-second gap to the 83, but the 83 is there. Where would the 14 come out of pit road at? Right behind the 28 on lap 98. The 83, Isaac Stead, is there in second. Here comes Stead. Gap closing. He's been up for... Yeah, he's been at speed for a few laps. 2 laps to go in Texas. Ty White just parks it right in front of the 83, takes him out of contention to win. Bryce Weaver, 1 lap to go here from Texas. Unless there's a wreck, we will see Bryce Weaver win. The 14 there, getting slowed up by the 11. That's not going to do anything though. Bryce Weaver through turn 3 and turn 4. Putting on a clinic, Bryce Weaver will win at Texas. In the CSKLNXT Series' debut, he wins. Isaac Stead gets second. Drew White fourth, and others. That will do it from this afternoon's race. Man, oh man, a lot of DQs. Let's see what happened on lap 10. You see everybody now there. Lap 10 was when the first big crash started. Lap 10 was when the first big crash started. I think with the, I think that's when the 25 was involved as well. Lexi Smith was in 20th on lap number 4. Matthew Campton, before the wreck, didn't have a bad start. See, he was in 17th, now 18th. But yeah, not a bad start for Matthew Campton on the oval on lap 5. And may I remind you, he is driving in the 35. So not a bad start for the 35, Matthew Campton. But now we are getting to the wreck. Where did the wreck happen? I think it started up here, somewhere in this pack. On lap 8 comes to lap 9 comes to lap 10. Or maybe just a bit before. Lap 9 is on the board. The 61 there. Oh my gosh, Owen Fischel. Oh my gosh. Crazy hit for Owen Fischel. The 35 had nowhere to go. But once again, Owen Fischel. What the heck happened? Let's watch this replay. The 61, let's see what happened. You see the 61 there. Wait, let's check out his bumper. Yeah, this should be a fun ride. He just got sent back and his whole car just got destroyed. And then the visor cam of this massive hit. Owen Fischel, massive hit, could not get it going. Yeah, and then he gets hit by Campton. Who was that? That was the 6 of Ben Weirholt who hit him. And that was the end of the day for the 61. Crazy racing. There's Aiden Bertini in the 19. And this time the wreck already happened. Let's see what happened to the 27. That's Brady Waltel in the 27. You see the 61 there. Fischel there. Knocks off the wheel of the 27. And then huge crash behind them. There goes Riley Barton. Multiple hard hits. Looks like that Stead was involved. Isaac Stead was involved in that one. There goes Riley Barton's wheel that just flew. Crazy wreck. Crazy wreck indeed. Waltel there, went up to the wall, and he was pretty much out of the race there. But let's see what happened to Matthew Campton. Let's ride along with Matthew Campton. Matthew Campton had the roof cam. We are riding along with Matthew Campton. Oh, hit right there, and then a hard hit there. Like I said, he had nowhere to go. He can go low, but yeah, nowhere to go. Knocks off another wheel from that other car, but then this 35 went up to the top, and Matthew Campton was out of the race.